Hi, welcome back to Blue Pea Papery. I'm here with my Erin Condren Vertical planner in the colorful format, and I'm about to do a spread for a week in July. And the reason I chose a week in July is the theme that I'm using is mermaid, so I don't want to repeat something that I'm doing this week. So this is going to be unusual because I'm not just going to use stickers. I'm actually going to be doing some art journaling, and I'm going to share how I do that. If you notice here, there's some gold foil washi down. This washi is very thin and it's perfect. It fits between the lines here, but it also tends to come up, so I don't like to use it as a decorative element in my planner. But I do like to use it as a mask to prevent the spread of ink. So I already laid out most of this, so you don't have to watch me play games with that. And I'm just going to run the last one in this section here because I am about to put an ink background, and I don't want it in the area that's white in between the boxes. I want the boxes to still be distinct. So I put a mask down, and I have this little piece of scrap paper here. And the reason I have that scrap paper is when you're doing the blending, it's better to come off of something so that you don't get that big, where you stick it down and you get that big blob. So I'll show you what I mean by that. And I'm going to use distress inks because they blend nice, and you could do a water effect on them, which this particular time I'm not going to. I'm also using a lightly damp paper towel folded up. It's very lightly damp, barely wet, but that's so the ink doesn't absorb all into the paper towel and doesn't transfer onto here. So I'm just using blue. Let's see, what color am I using? I'm using Salty Ocean. I don't know where my, I don't know if you can see it. Salty Ocean. Doesn't want to focus. Anyway, so I'm just going to go slightly off. Actually, I'm going to start this way because I also don't want to touch on the blue areas. So you'll see here, I'm going to start on here and then just start rubbing into here. See that first blob? I don't know if you can see that. When you first lay it down, that's what you get on your. So I'm just lightly working the ink and coming off the paper. Coming off the paper. I'm going to turn this way so I'm not getting that into my border area. Now I'm going to go down here, cover that. Coming off the paper. And there we go. I'm going to do the next section. Coming off the paper onto here. I'm hoping this sticks down. And I think I'm going to take some other washi that I have here and mask the other area off because I don't want to go over like I did here. Okay. So I'm going to continue over here. Yeah, because it's blue, it's not really showing up, so it's not really too bad. However, I don't want it to go in there. And you can make this as light or as dark as you want. You can go over it multiple times. I don't want it too dark. I want my designs to show through, and I want to be able to write. Okay, that's one page. And because I've got all this fuzz lifting up from the paper towel, now I'm going to shift it over. There's special pads you can use, but I never had much luck with them, so I just do it this way. And again, I'm coming off the paper so the blob goes on the scrap instead of the middle of my planner. Okay, that's why I don't use this washi anymore. It doesn't like to stay in place. And again, I'm coming up onto it off the paper. This gives the effect of a full kit spread without a full kit. I really hate this washi. Okay, so then you peel the mask off and you've got your white line. Where are those tweezers when I need them? Let's see. I have them somewhere. Maybe. There we go. That's all garbage. And we're going to pull this up. There we go. Our edge is still preserved. And if you have a neutral planner and you want to do something like this, and you want to preserve the white space everywhere, you can mask in between. There we go. And a nice clean edge. There we go. Now this is the fun bit about I've got a little bit of water here. The distress inks will make this weird pattern, watermark pattern. If you just flick that on, and Okay, maybe not a good idea on the planner, but that's only the note page, so we're good. A fine mist works better. Okay. Maybe you don't want to do that. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to put her over here. And I did a video coloring her with Copic markers. And I also have some... Oh, I have this cool washi that I wanted to put along the bottom. It's an ocean wave. That was kind of cute. So I'm going to put that along the bottom. I don't know what I did with my... Oh, here they are. I don't remember where I got this washi from. Probably Michael's or... And I'm just going to cut it with a curve there. Yeah, actually I think I'm going to cut it as a straight. Cover that bottom line right there. Okay. Uh-oh, what happened there? Oh, you know what? It's tape. We can fake it. And I may go back and redo that just because that's going to bother me. Okay then. It's a little temperamental on the tip. Wave. There we go. And this one I'm going to do over. I don't like that torn piece. It doesn't sit right. It's drying. I have no nails. Again. Oh, I think I know now why I don't use this tape very often. There we go. That's better. And I am going to take my little mermaid, put her over here. And I have some little seaweeds this one over here. This one over here. Maybe this over here. That over there. There, that's perfect. Yep, I like it. And I don't use anything fancy, just ordinary glue stick. I used to use the Ranger glue sticks. Here it is. They got harder and harder to find, and they started drying out really fast, but they really work well. They do adhere well. I need a piece of paper, scrap paper or something. Of course, I don't have scrap paper when I need it. Oh well. Put it down on here. Otherwise, I will get glue all over everything, and then I'll be sticking to everything. I like this purple stuff because it shows where you covered and where you didn't. And then it just fades away to clear. Okay, I'm going to put our little Oddball Mermaid up. And you see some of the purple there, but that'll just fade out. This one. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to keep this in focus, but center, but I'm half blind, so I have to get things close to me to work with them. All right. Good. Here. Put that down here. Now, if you don't like the white in between, I just can't be bothered fussing with the cutting that bit out. So, but if you want to go to town on cutting that with an X-Acto, you do that. Okay, so now we have our under the sea here. I have some dilution stamps with some funky fish. So as I do all my planning and I write in all my stuff, if there's spaces and gaps, I'll go back later and just put stamped fishes over them. There's this one, and this one. So when I get to that week. Now, I do have an appointment with the dentist on the 21st at 3 o'clock. So I'm going to put that appointment on there, but I just want to confirm that that's the correct time. I'll keep my appointments on here. Yes, the 17th. Haha, wrong time. Good thing I checked. Okay, so I don't have an appointment on there. I have it on the 17th. And it looks like the water is drying without staining. So we're good. Yeah. So it could be used if you wanted to. But I would get a fine mister. I have one somewhere, just don't know where it is. But anyway, there we go. There's our background. And then when I do my planning, and I may post another picture of this when it's all done. So there you go. A quick and easy full stamp effect without full stamps. Thank you for watching.